You're good.
Okay, for anybody who doesn't know who I am, I'm Kevin Hodge. I'm the originator, grand poobah, whatever design guy that come up with this particular product, which we feel is going to change the game of building structures and homes for the next series of years, up to 20 years, as long as the Americans come together on hemp production and get past all the stigmas that's related with hemp. Hemp to marijuana, two different animals. I think we all know that in this crowd, right? One you smoke, one you use for medical reasons, the other you build stuff with, okay? I'm into the building aspect of it. It's been vilified for whatever reasons for the past 70 some years, and over a number of conversations that I've had with people across the country, it doesn't make any sense anymore to continue to vilify something that has never hurt anyone. What we're doing with this particular plant and minerals, okay, is building materials. And when you have a building material that's like this, okay, you got countertops, you've got sinks, you've got bathtubs, you've got fireplaces, fireplace inserts, you've got homes, you've got commercial buildings, you've got all sorts of retro applications that can be put into a home without being without creating a toxic environment, period. It has a natural biocide to it. It's an antiseptic. Molds and funguses do not like to grow because of the biocide application. And termites in Hawaii. You ever heard of termites in Hawaii? Anybody been to Hawaii? Well, they got wood termites, ground termites. They eat everybody. They buy the timber from us here in Washington State and Oregon, and they ship it to Hawaii, and within 5 years their houses are termite poop. They eat it. Termites don't like hemp. So now they've got something that they can actually do with that particular material, and Hawaii itself can grow piles of hemp on top of pineapples. All right, there's a lot of empty fields out there. Our application is pretty simple. We take a honeycomb, we slap two slabs between it to make a wall. The honeycomb holds on to the hemp. That's your insulation. Makes it lighter, by 40% lighter than concrete. So we can do tilt-up construction. And tilt-up construction means that we can, as a factory setting, we can build this stuff in the factory in a day, okay? 1 week later, after a crew of people have come to the site and have done all of the sewer, the electrical, the water. On the 5th day, the house shows up on a trailer, a flatbed trailer, in panels. With a crane, they pick the thing up, load it up on the foundation, and erect your house within an 8-hour period of time. And on Saturday, that means you can move in. We use the same mud, okay, that we build these panels with as the glue. Now it's add water, it's non-toxic. Pretty straightforward stuff. We have no design limitations with this because we can actually we're not stuck making flat panels. We can do curvilinear structures. A lot of people go, oh, you can build me a dome. You can build this. Actually, yeah, we can actually build you the Taj Mahal or any kind of Gothic architecture with all the geometric progressions of sacred geometry inside of this, because we use CAD/CAM technology, CNC. So we're not limited. There's no design limitations with this whatsoever. A good representation of what we do is pretty much right here. Small scale representation. If that's considered a honeycomb, then we just backfill it with hemp. Put the next one on top of that, like you see here, and you have a SIPS panel, a structurally integrated panel. And we can run the water, the conduit, the electricity. We can pre-mold all of the electrical connections and can lighting, speakers, you name it. We can tune the whole house up and still be structural with inside of a panel. So whatever your mind can see, we can make with this stuff. And as you can see on this one here, this is part of the program. It's called a detent. So a detent's like a Lego. Male, female components. This is my kind of, you know, whatever excuse for a honeycomb. I was using Dixie cups for this. But I needed to make something that was, you know, pretty good size that would represent the actual wall of this. At 12 inches thick, this is 9, okay, but at 12 inches thick, you have an R80 value, which puts your house into net zero category. Add the solar and the wind components or anything else that is for environmental, according to your region where you park your home, and you can be net positive. Net zero means you're not paying any bills by living in your home. Net positive means that your house is paying you to live there. This stuff's cheap. I get it for 91 cents a kilo. 2,000 plus bucks for a ton. I need a ton to build a house, and that's your insulation. Everything else is roughly about 1,500 bucks a ton. So for a 1,200 square foot house, we can build it for $12,000 to $8,500 in that slot. Add windows, add doors, add the greenhouse for your environmental scrubbing, your food production, and your heating and cooling, and now you have a passive solar home. And you get to go out and pick all your carrots out and, you know, eat everything that you want from your garden, which is really important right now because the Monsanto guys, the chemtrails, that we don't have anything like that going on here today, which is good. This whole concept, what it does is it saves you all the money, gives you a beneficial place to hang your head, gives a place for your children to grow up in a non-toxic environment, and saves you money. It creates the economy, recreates the economy. Because if you're not a slave to your house and the bills thereof, then you got money to spend out in your community. And that's the whole premise. This was in response to the 2008 crash. So people would have a safe home without being ripped off by our government. And that might be a little bit much. Most people don't understand my involvement of, or I don't like our government. I don't like anything that has to do with it because they vilify anything and everything. And if it's not their way, it's the highway. Well, they do a lot of people like that, and I think it's totally unfair. So this is a response to what they've done to us, that we as garage operators or upcoming upstarts or startup businesses can do for our communities and get us back into shape. Any questions?
I do want to applaud you as well. This is just, for fun. Can you color it or put
Oh, absolutely.
patterns
Yeah, absolutely. Any pigmentation is real easy. Most concrete pigments that or the sealers and colorants and such like that work with this. Very easy. Yeah, and you can also seal it, and you can mold anything into it, which is really kind of cool.
Technology a little bit.
Yeah, the mold technology is it's flexible. So when you see how I always go back to this one, right? The only reason I go back to this one is because it truly shows the SIPS panel configuration. What any wall would look like in your home if you were to cut it and take a cross section of it. Well, with the pigmentation, obviously you can see I've got two different colors. Okay. With that particular kind of thing, we're not limited to textures and designs, gargoyles. I like to say gargoyles. Gargoyles. You want a gargoyle on your house? We can put it on your house because it'll be in the mold. And we use this flexible technology to actually do that with polyurethane. Polyurethane is the only thing that we use at the present time that gives us the strength to hold on to the weight of the wet product as it cures. Now this product cures in roughly 28 days in mass. So if it was 6 inches thick, it would take 28 days. But since it's not 6 inches thick and we're only doing like these are 20 millimeter pieces. We go to a maximum of 25 millimeter and we don't have to use rebar up to 7 stories high. Because our compression rates on this is an estimated 11,000 pounds per square inch. Now once I get this stuff certified and those numbers crunch out for everybody, then I can go, yeah, it's 11,020 pounds, 11,007 or whatever. But the point is that we're reducing the labor aspect of building homes altogether, okay? And keeping the people that we do hire to come in there and the forward team, keeping their wages higher. And so we cross over with the timber guys, okay, wood framers and the carpenters and this, that, and the other. We don't want to eliminate their jobs. We want to hire those guys and cross-train them. We're more of a collaborative model than a competitive model of business. So we make everybody win-win.
What's your background?
Aviation composites. Yeah, I've built a lot of planes. Started with planes and gravitated to pretty much everything thereafter. Yachts, cars, trucks. You know, just a myriad of industrial applications that they fly me all around the country to go build a repulper vat or something of that nature to, like Weyerhaeuser. They do pulps and paper products. Well, they'd have to reline a whole vat, and they would call me and my team in to go handle this. I went from a liquid to a solid in any shape or form I wanted. That's my background.
So no rebar required in the whole house then?
No rebar. Nope.
Okay.
And if we do any kind of rebar because the engineering specs are calling for the higher loads, right?
Yeah.
Then we use basalt as rebar.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Basalt is what you see on your logging roads out here. Okay. It's rock, black rock. Well, they weave it into a carbon fiber. And it's only 15% less of the total performance aspects of carbon fiber, but is half the cost of carbon fiber per pound. $2.35 a pound of basalt compared to like $4.60. But if Boeing gets a wild hair and says, well, we got to make some more 777s, well, they drive the price up to $6 a pound. So now it's a third of the cost compared to carbon fiber. But it's only 15% less than the actual performance specs of carbon fiber. And you'll see that like this here. When you see this, you look at it close. You see the little black flecks in there? Can you see that from all your angles?
Yep.
Okay. That's basalt. So like they say, fibercrete. They put, fiberglass into it. Same stuff. I just went over. I just put the better stuff in it to exceed any kind of expectations. And it's just as cheap. So why not use the better stuff?
So structurally, as far as like earthquake engineering,
I'm glad you said that. Earthquake. We use 2 different kinds, 2 different seismic deterrents. They're the Japanese have been doing it for years. Okay, cups. 2 cups on the bottom. Here's one at the foundation level. A cup. Okay. Another cup over the top of it at the bottom of the building itself, and then ball bearings inside of the cup.
oh wow,
So once the earth starts wiggling and giggling, right,
yeah.
the house stays put because the ball bearings, okay? And then there's screw jack attenuation to where you can bring your house up for like storm surge, okay? Tidal areas, things of that nature. Brings it up, and then the earthquake, and then you have a pile of fishing poles, the screw jack attenuators, and then it allows the house to just wiggle and move as well with what's going on below.
Okay.
He's fireproof.
Very fireproof. We have a 4-hour fire rating on this thing, which is really good. That's, you know, fire on the thing for 4 hours without burning.
Is the insulation 100%? Yep.
Absolutely.
And always will be?
Always will be.
Okay.
So,
That's
so
good.
would
That's
this be a standard wall size, or
Yeah, 12 inches. 12 inches is an R80. That gets us into the net zero.
that's just? I mean, I used to build houses, and
Okay.
so yeah, that's off the charts for our value.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, that's what we want. We wanted to exceed any kind of expectations that are already available. Okay, and because a lot of people say, sure, a lot of people say that, well, is it a green building? Is it LEED certified? We blow LEED right off the map. They don't even come close to our what our specifications are. And once I have it certified by a third party, no one can say boo to me.
Good job.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome. I've seen this stuff on the internet and whatnot, but yeah, I've never actually checked it out.
Well, hemp adobe is different than hempcrete.
No, yeah, I've seen
hempcrete uses wood framing.
Hempcrete
and is labor
on
intensive.
Facebook or something.
Sure.
Stuff about it.
Yeah, and hemp adobe is we actually take we do everything in the factory setting, so we control the process. So when the product is delivered to you to the site, then it's ready to go. There's no nothing behind it. It's, you know, here it is. Put it together, and you get to go right in and live the next day.
What about the monolithic part?
Oh, all these structures, once you use the same material, the magnesium oxide, okay, to glue it together, turns it into a monolithic structure. And monolithic structure is meaning it's one. So it's building a better egg. You can't crush an egg, can you? You ever try to crush an egg?
Yeah.
You can't crush it. That's what we do with this. It's the same game, same material, same stuff.
So when you lift the walls all up, how do you attach everything? Is it some sort of?
The details,
Yeah.
the male, female components,
Like Legos.
like Legos.
Okay.
And then you take the mud and it binds them together to
Yeah,
make the
okay.
monolithic structure.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
as like you're a framer.
Yeah.
Okay. So from the framing aspect, we've basically just eliminated your job. Okay?
Right.
Okay.
Except there's no framing jobs out there anyway.
Yeah, no framing jobs out there. Yeah, okay.
Maybe we'll find you a new one.
So
Yeah.
so without pissing everybody off, we can just simply go to the people that have are framers from start, from what's the low guy all the way to the top, journeyman to the bottom, and hire them, cross train them,
Yeah.
okay, and then pay them the same amount that they would make, okay, with an extra kicker, because now we've eliminated that amount of money that would be paid for a month of building
Right. Exactly.
into a week's period of
Yeah.
time.
And if all guys that were doing construction made prevailing wage, they
Correct.
would have a ton of money
Right.
to spend out in their community
That's right.
and help other businesses grow as well.
That's right. So
That'd be
yeah,
awesome,
we're
yeah.
we're definitely into the economy building and doing everything in a non-toxic, safe manner. So honestly, I've had people come out of the woodwork around the world, chase me down, and talk to me, and of course, we want blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. Okay, well, it's always vetting and qualifying and finding out who's who. But once you get the right people, then we can get this thing out in front of all sorts of people. And at $80 a square foot going to market on a home, that's $60 less than 140 of
Right.
typical U.S. median prices.
Yeah.
And we throw all the guts into it, minus the refrigerator, the washer, and the dryer. That's your big. That's your thing. That's what you have to do. Other than that, the
So
house is,
cabinetry and
cabinetry is already in.
oh wow. Huh.
Yeah,
That's
because we can
cool.
make it all. Countertops, fireplace inserts, retro products.
Yeah. So as far as getting permits to do this, have you ever done one?
That's why I'm getting everything certified.
Around-
That's why I'm
okay.
getting everything certified.
Yeah.
I'm moving the whole operation to Reno because I want the less humidity for production purposes only, so I can snap this stuff off in 15 minutes, demold it in 2 hours, and then combine it to come up to this ship's panel configuration with detents that'll, have a Lego sticking out, that also have a hole going in, the female representation of this.
Nice.
So when it comes to you by truck, there it is. You know your house is going to
Yeah.
be finished that day at the end of the day. It's something to really look forward to.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'll tear down my house and you can build me a new one.
No, you can build it. I'll build a house and you can
Yeah.
build it. Yeah. Just get a crane and
Bring the crane out.
yeah,
right?
it's like a one-page manual.
Yeah.
Oh, ABC 1, 2, 3. Pop, 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 pop. Everything lines up. It's already
Yeah,
congruent
yeah.
with CNC and CAD CAM programs.
Yeah.
So nothing. We're actually within tolerance. In some cases up to 60 thousandths of an inch
Oh wow. Yeah.
with this material because it doesn't shrink. It's not concrete.
Right.
It's magnesium
yeah.
oxide.
Yeah. In my house, during the summer, the cooling and the heating, it'll crack all through the rafters. And you don't know exactly what's going on, but you know it's expanding and contracting.
Yep, and this stuff doesn't do that because
Yeah.
the thermal bridge is the hemp. Excuse me, the hemp is not the thermal bridge. It's the insulation, which disallows the bridging to go from heat cycle here to over here. So if your outside of your house is already hot, the sun, southern exposure always gets hotter ever, on that side of the house. But that's a bridge, and it comes in through the whole house. Now you're sitting there sweating,
Right.
This disallows that whole process from happening.
Well, is hemp pretty easy to grow?
Exceedingly easy to grow.
Do you see applications in the developing nations for this, since they can grow their own hemp there and just license the manufacturing technology?
Yeah, actually, I think coming from my side of the house, it would be easier to either get a combination of farmers and getting a bulk contract from these farmers to produce X amount of tons in the in the bulk, and being able to grab it, ship it, use it. Very simple, straightforward stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Would you say that it's like it could be a DIY thing? Like if you maybe didn't have the skills as a framer.
Yeah, and I at that point I would say go back to hempcrete. Yeah, where hemp adobe is different in the manner that we don't want to do it yourself, okay? Because the stuff sets so fast, okay, that we can't trust you.
You gotta be familiar with it.
We can't trust you to because you'll screw it up. Yeah, if you're not experienced, okay, then you're gonna screw it up. The stuff goes off like a bucket of Bondo in the sunlight. That's how fast it goes. And then you've wasted all your money.
But you could take your finished product and build your house
absolutely.
yourself.
Yeah. And once again, we're going to go ahead and do a number of retro products so that they're available to the core market. Fireplace inserts, especially 4-hour fire rating. All these crazy things. Hearths. They're big business. You know that
Yeah.
from the construction world.
Yeah.
And you have teams of esoteric guys showing up out of the blue to make these just really cool things and makes your house pop.
Yeah.
And so we can actually adjust to that market.
Water features. Anything.
Water features, yeah, outside, inside stuff.
Whatever you know. As far as
Right,
you want
yeah.
to make it normal looking, we can do that.
Yeah, a lot of texture, a lot of textures here. We can. One of the cool things is because this material is white, for the most part. That just means we can pigment. Okay, we can toss that pigment in there, but we can also take the flexible mold and make it look like, 1/2 of a log for a log cabin. Okay, so now this whole thing is made out of magnesium oxide and hemp adobe, right? For a marketing name, that's really all it is. We can make that same thing all over again, and you'd never know the difference until you went up there and racked your knuckles on it.
Yeah.
That's how accurate it can be.
And it looks like stucco.
Yeah, it looks like stucco. Yeah, but you can't put
Which-
fingernail in it,
It's
though.
expensive to have somebody come to your house and stucco the whole outside. It's
Absolutely.
10 grand.
Yeah, we actually had a gal, Carrie Lewis. I'd like to mention her name. She was doing what kind of applications? It was inside plastering
Plastering.
Yeah.
with
yeah.
with hemp and lime plasters.
Yeah, okay.
And so I asked her. I said, "Well, gee, Carrie, here's a huge market just for acoustical tiles of sorts,
Right.
or acoustics. Period. That you could change the aspect of the way the audio runs in your room." And she just sat there and went, "Oh my, yeah, oh cool, yeah."
Yeah.
So I mean, at least I give her something back, because she'd already started on something, and was teaching people just simply how to, spackle and trowel and do everything, but it never occurred to her that could be, her calling card,
Yeah.
making acoustical tiles, making acoustical rooms out of this stuff. Any more questions?
All right. Thank you for your
All
presentation.
right.
Yeah.
Yay.